Lieutenant Governor of New Jersey leads the state for periods of time when the governor is out of state and is next in line to succeed the governor. With many New Jersey voters still getting to know both of you, our first question is very straightforward. Mr. Caldwell, you currently serve as president of Centenary University in Hackettstown. But what makes you qualified to be the second most powerful person in state government? You have 60 seconds.
Well, first, I'd like to welcome everyone and thank our sponsors for putting this important debate, and thank the sheriff for being on stage with me. I'm new to this statewide politics. I want to introduce myself very quickly. I've traveled all 21 counties, and I've discovered that the voters are looking for leaders that have experience, leaders that have empathy, and leaders that have ethics. And I just want to introduce myself. As you said, I'm president of Centenary University, but I'm also pastor of Covenant United Methodist Church in Plainfield. Centenary is in Hackettstown. I spent 2 decades on the New Brunswick Board of Education and was the president of the largest special needs school district, the Educational Services Commission of New Jersey. I spent 15 years at Deloitte Consulting and at Scholastic, as well as the Deputy Commissioner of the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs. But I have a strong passion for small business and making sure that small businesses grow throughout the state. That background has given me a new perspective on leading New Jersey. And Mikey and I, you will find, our background together makes a unique leadership team.
Mr. Caldwell, thank you. Mr. Gannon, you currently serve as Morris County Sheriff. But the same question coming to you right now. What makes you qualified to be the second most powerful person in state government? 60 seconds here.
Thanks to WPIX and thanks to Dr. Caldwell. I look forward to a spirited debate here tonight. I'm prepared to lead. You know, I've been involved in law enforcement my whole life. So I've been from the local cop level to the major crime unit in the county to the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force. I was in corporate America, obviously at Novartis, the drug company. So I've been in leadership roles for much of my life. And I'm real aligned with Jack Ciattarelli with regards to his issues and where he's going on a leadership level. And I know we're going to be in good shape. It'll be seamless when he has to leave the area. I'm prepared to lead, and I have the experience in doing it.
Thank you, Mr. Gannon. And when one of you becomes lieutenant governor, the governor you'll be serving under is allowed to appoint you to be the head of a state department without state Senate approval. Mr. Gannon, coming to you first here, what major agency in state government would you hope to lead under Jack Ciattarelli, and why? You have 30 seconds here.
I think where my strong suit is, obviously, is in the law enforcement side. You know, now those decisions have not been made yet with regards to Jack Ciattarelli. He hasn't made those decisions yet, but on the counterterrorism side and on the crime side, I think that's where I'd be best suited. But I'm ready to serve in any of those positions. I mean, the state government, there's a lot of locations where I could give benefit to. But I think I'd go into the law enforcement and counterterrorism side to keep New Jersey safe.
Mr. Gannon, thank you. Mr. Caldwell, same question. What major agency in state government would you hope to lead under Mikey Sherrill, and why? 30 seconds here.
I had the opportunity to be the Deputy Commissioner of the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs. I have a deep education experience and also looking at Secretary of State. I actually was a member of the first Domestic Security Preparedness Task Force, so I have some insight into, not as much as the sheriff, but those things. So there's some options. We haven't made a decision, but I certainly will add value in multiple departments.
Mr. Caldwell, thank you. And Henry has our next topic.
Thank you, Dan, and good evening, gentlemen. Thank you both for joining us on this debate stage. Let's move on to some of the local issues, shall we? Beginning with everyone's favorite in New Jersey, property taxes. Mr. Caldwell, we're going to begin with you. The Democratic campaign that you are a part of has spoken about shared services agreements as a path to lowering property taxes. But this has been talked about for a long time, and taxes keep going up. Please explain how you and Ms. Sherrill would make towns and school districts work together to lower taxes. You have 60 seconds.
Well, a couple things. So one, as the president of the university, my daughter is 21. She's a senior at Rutgers. I'm very concerned about property taxes and making sure that they stay here in the state of New Jersey. I actually, as president of the Educational Services Commission, which has the largest shared service program, almost every municipality and every school district are purchasing buses and paper and other things through that. That saved over the last 10 years $250 million in taxes. In addition, the tuition. So we actually have implemented already some shared service agreements. I also have worked with the shared service czars to some extent to understand some of the challenges they had. They've brought in over $1 billion over the time that they've been with the current group. So there's a real opportunity to do things going forward. But it takes experience in government to understand how we can reduce some of those taxes through shared services.
To try and bottom line this for folks who are watching right now in this room and at home, at the end of 4 years years of your administration, if you're elected, will property taxes, by and large, be lower? 15 seconds.
That is our goal. That is our goal, and we're looking to do everything we can. Unfortunately, the assault from the administration in Washington, the Trump administration, adding $5 billion to us makes that even harder. And so we're trying to do that in a very, very difficult environment where you have Washington that is taking money away from the state.
So that's a yes, but with some caveats?
With some caveats, yeah.
Thank you very much. Mr. Gannon, coming to you now. The Republican campaign that you are a part of is promising to, quote, cut and cap property taxes. But these taxes, as we were just discussing, largely controlled by local communities, including school districts. So please explain how you at the state level would keep that promise. You have 60 seconds.
Yes, I think the first thing we have to know is that for the last 25 years, the legislature has been controlled by the Democratic Party. For the last 8 years, Governor Murphy has controlled the governor's office. We haven't seen property taxes go down. We have to look at what's going on. And, it's a real problematic piece. From the shared services perspective, I've done work on that. I've merged the Morris County Park Police into the Morris County Sheriff's Office. They were siloed before that. We've done some other things like the Sussex County Jail, the Somerset County Jail. I have custody of those inmates now, and I get monies from that county. Instead of having these infrastructures all over the place, we isolated them to the Morris County Correctional Facility, and we raised $6.2 million a year there. So we've done those types of things. That's where we have to look, because the back of the taxpayer is broken. That's the reality. And I think we have to look at any of those opportunities and to lower taxes.
Thank you, Mr. Gannon. Mr. Caldwell, we'll get back to you in 1 minute, but I want to be fair and ask him the same bottom line follow-up question. In 15 seconds, will property taxes be lower in 4 years if you are elected?
Yes, they will.
Thank you very much, and I told you we'd stick with it, Mr. Caldwell. So let me frame the question, but we'll stick with property taxes here. We're wondering if, to put a button on this section of property taxes, if elected, will Governor Phil Murphy's property tax rebate program for homeowners and renters, known as the Anchor program, continue in your administration? 30 seconds.
Future Governor Sherrill and I have really looked at the Anchor program, NJ's stay program as well, to really make sure that that New Jersey remains affordable for all people, seniors and others. So we're really looking at that, and we're looking at other opportunities to even expand those kinds of programs or come up with some new programs. So right now we're really looking across the gambit to understand what money is available to begin to make sure that we can keep people here and we can reduce property taxes.
Thank you, Mr. Caldwell. Mr. Gannon, same question. Is the Anchor program part of the solution here if you are elected? 30 seconds.
Yes, it is. I think it is, the Anchor program. The only thing we have to be careful of is this, okay? You can't put $1 in this pocket and take $5 out of this pocket. So we have to coordinate those types of things, and I think they have to be looked at holistically, where the spend is, and we can go into that. But yes, I think that we have to stick with that. People need those monies to get on their feet, to stay on their feet. We have to do that.
Mr. Caldwell, 15 seconds to try and put a button on this section, please.
Yes, as the current Trump administration has a $3.6 billion hole in Medicaid, a $3.3 billion hole in our hospitals. So he's absolutely right. You can't take money out of one hand and put it in the other. And the Trump administration is taking money out of the New Jersey budget. I don't understand how the Centenary team can pay for that.
And Mr. Gannon, 15 seconds, and we're moving on.
President Trump's been in office for 8 months. 8 months. That's it. Okay, I think we, blaming things on Trump, President Trump, I don't think are fair at this juncture. Remember, 8 years, Governor Murphy's been in the office, and 25 years, the legislature has been controlled by the Democrats.
Thank you, Mr.